So this exhibition, Viral Influence, is all about the ways that artists kind of express themselves creatively throughout the pandemic and the effect that the pandemic had on their art practices.
Saw on social media and the arts community, artists just continuing to create. And as artists, curators, part of an arts organization, we wanted to do something. And so we put out the call open to all artists, just kind of saying, like, show us what you're up to, show us your creativity.
I think the biggest challenge that we faced setting up the whole exhibition, there was such a huge response, and we wanted to really showcase the excellence of work and just the sheer quantity of work that was being made during the pandemic. So that's when we decided to hang this kind of big, huge column of space salon style and just really celebrate the creative outpouring from the community.
But I think what we found is it's actually the right time where, as we're removing masks and social distance and people are becoming vaccinated, it maybe is a reminder of what we experienced and helps process kind of this past year. I think some of my favorite pieces in the exhibit actually are, we have 3 exquisite corpses where artists, they basically mailed a drawing to each other, and each drew in a third of this piece of paper without seeing what the other artist did.
Even in times when a lot of artists didn't have any access to their studio space, they couldn't get any materials because all the supply chains were so messed up, they just created with whatever was around them. And a lot of those works, even though the space was totally different for the artist or the media was totally different, you can still tell it's their work. So I think in the early days, the themes were a lot, like, really rich in kind of the iconography of the pandemic, things we all grew to learn at the beginning. And then it started to shift into like more abstraction and more paintings that dealt with like loneliness and isolation. I think this exhibition really captures the way that the art community just keeps going. And it really responds to the time, because of the pandemic, artists who were already making work continued making work, but they changed it and responded to what was going on throughout the pandemic. And that covered, every aspect of society and every aspect of kind of each person going through this crazy experience that was shared by the whole world.
Yeah, I would say resiliency. Basically, artists, historically, that's a population that no matter the times, the struggles, the wars, the famine, will always continue to fight and just create. And I think that's what came out of this. I'm Collin Parson.
And I'm Emily Grace King. Please come see Viral Influence at the Arvada Center.